refusing the truth. This puppet show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with...
Welcome to the She's So Right Show. Conservative women being led by Christ to stand for what's right.
Meet your hosts, Lindsey Graham, labeled the Patriot Barbie by the leftist mob. She is a proud author and advocate for freedoms and conservative values.
Brandy Barclay is a powerful Christian voice on Faith Talk Radio, the founder of Power Soul, and a certified life coach.
Guys, get ready to say it way more than you're used to.
She's so right.
Starts now.
Freedom fighters. Are you tired of giving your hard-earned money to big corporations who use their power against us? The more money we give them, the more power they have. We are done. As conservatives, the best and most effective way to vote is with our dollars.
We are also committed to shopping products that are cutting edge and toxin free for a healthier lifestyle. Next time you need daily essentials for your home and body, or are looking to drastically improve your skincare and health care with superior collagen and supplements, go to www.SheSoRightShow.com and click Shop Our Products. Get instant access to our favorite things that will revolutionize your home, your health, and how you do business in the USA.
Use our shopping link to get $10 off your first order. Go to www.SheSoRightShow.com. Follow us on Instagram at She's So Right Show to find all our promo codes and discounts. Hey guys, welcome to the She's So Right Show. We have an awesome guest with us again today, Josh Scott. He is the winner of iHeartRadio's Song of the Year, That Bottle. Give us a little ditty, Josh.
Little ditty, she's so right.
Oh, that sounded like a rock, like the commercial.
Oh yeah, the Chevrolet commercial.
Bigger.
We are not sponsored by Chevrolet, by the way. Yeah. She's so right.
She's so right.
She's so right.
I think, I really want to write a song for you. I just want to take a jab at it.
Hey, I wrote one. I had him listen to the other night. He didn't seem that interested.
You know what?
That's great. Bye.
I was actually thinking of that song this morning on the drive here. I thought it was really good, and I thought, it'd be cool if you and I did get into the studio and actually.
You guys are hearing history being made. Josh and I are going to record a song. Did you hear it?
Good. I'm going to write it. You guys are going to sing it.
Okay, deal.
Because I need in on all things.
You're going to make me sing something really embarrassing.
Probably.
About Botox.
Uh-huh.
And we get Matt to act in it, too.
Yeah, he'd do the music video.
I'm going to tease Lindsay about how her lips come into the room before she does.
No wonder she's singing so loud. Look at those lips. They're doing all the work.
It's a true story.
Oh my gosh, Josh. Okay, so if you guys want to hear more of Josh's fabulous voice, download That Bottle on Spotify and iTunes?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
All streaming platforms.
This is the iHeartRadio Song of the Year. Jack Daniels. This is a big, big deal. And we're going to talk about a little bit of Josh's story. So the reason we have Josh on today is because we're going to tell you about who he is. And you're going to get to know him. You're going to love him. Trust me. And next week, he's coming back and he's going to tell us his horrible, in my opinion, it's horrible, the things that he's sacrificing in this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity because of where we're at socially in this nation with mandates and restrictions and what he's losing as an artist. It's actually pretty heartbreaking. But in order for you to feel sorry for him, you need to know who he is. So you've got to know what he's been through to get to where he's at. It's a beautiful story. So Josh, I don't know, where does your story start?
Well, I guess my story starts 15 years ago. My story starts with music 15 years ago, and the stuff that I've gone through and that I've done to get to where I'm at today is kind of just it's a long story. It's a good one. It's sacrifice. It's struggle. It's mistakes. It's pain and suffering, and this is towards the end now. We're finding some happiness, and sometimes right when you find the happiness, you find out there's struggle and there's pain again because of what we're going through in the world today, which is the COVID-19 and all the craziness and all of the scaremongering that people are doing to us because of something that is just in my opinion, and I'm not taking I'm not undermining at all COVID-19.
Sure.
I'm not undermining it. I understand it's a real thing, but my personal opinion, and I know there's people that have died from COVID, and my heart and and my prayers go up to everybody who's gone through that and lost somebody. But I believe it's life. life does that to us, right? Like,
Yep.
it's the flu. I mean,
Yeah.
the flu kills people every year.
People die every day.
Here's what I hear when I hear you say, because of COVID-19. And it's like, actually, COVID-19 really isn't doing anything to us. The government is. It's the lockdowns. It's the restrictions. It's the mandates. I try really hard to say when lockdown started as opposed to, when COVID started. It's like, yes, we all agree that COVID is real. That's silly to say that it's not. And we agree that it's affecting some people. But what's affecting us even more is the government using this flu to control us. And that's what's changing everything, not the sickness. My life has not been changed by COVID. I had it and I had a headache and that was it.
Yeah, I had body aches.
Yeah.
And I had it, and I had it pretty bad because I have autoimmune. So I know, and my sister's been down with it for a couple weeks, and my husband, my kid. I mean, it's a real thing. In fact, I have a friend in the hospital right now. He's a young guy my age in the hospital. It's real. No one's saying it's not real. No one's saying it's not dangerous. No one's saying you could die. You won't die from it because you can.
Right.
But the thing is, we're killing people in other ways to magnify and
idolize.
Just make it so much more massive. Last night, I just have to say, it was Halloween. Kids are trick-or-treating. Mm-hmm. They're having a blast. People, it was like an opportunity for them to take their masks off.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
And parents were coming up going, gosh, it's just so nice to see people's faces. And I'm going, we have to have Halloween for that?
Right.
This is where we are.
This is when we shouldn't
crazy
see their
town.
faces. They should have masks
It's crazy
on.
town, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, Josh, when I love how we met, I just want to kind of go into that because that really touches on Josh's heart as a person. He reached out to me over Instagram. It was just kind of a prompting that he had. And from there, we connected. And he's been on Faith Talk because he's got a great faith story, too. And
Josh is everything we stand for.
He's everything we stand for,
he's a
and he's
patriot.
become one of our good friends, and he's local Arizona musician. You guys can watch him like all the time.
And he's about to be my singer on my new song.
On your new album? Lindsay's new album is coming out.
We're going to do a duet.
Okay, they did do karaoke together last week.
it
You
was
guys,
epic.
it was epic.
From what we saw in the videos.
What I understand it was, I watched it on video the next day. I don't have a lot of recollection of we had a great time.
We had a great
We had
time.
a great time. And that's what it's about, right? Life's about having fun and being around people that you enjoy and smiling and laughing. And we're still doing that, and which is what you're supposed to be doing. And that's what we get back to the whole thing about, like the flu, and it kills people, like the stuff kills people. There's stuff all the time that it kills people, but during the flu, they weren't making you quit your job if you didn't get a flu shot.
Right?
Hey, if you don't get this flu shot, you're going to quit your job. Hey, if you don't get this flu shot, you can't sing here. You can't do this. You can't do that. And, I look at the numbers, and numbers don't lie. And, I don't know if, Facebook can fact check me here on this show or not. But we've got,
No one can fact check you on the radio. Neener, neener, neener.
Like this year, there's been 659 deaths from the flu. Last year,
I thought the flu was out of season, you guys.
It is out of season. So what I'm saying is, last year, the year before, there was roughly 20,000 deaths from the flu. This year, the flu's just gone away.
Well, we could say goodbye to our radio show now. You're speaking way too much truth. They're going to pull us off the air.
And the thing is, too, is like my thing on this is this, okay? It's like now they want you to say, hey, get this shot. Get this shot. Okay, well, just real quick, if I get the shot, will it prevent me from having COVID-19?
No.
Will it prevent me from spreading COVID-19?
No.
No. Can I still die if I take the shot?
Yes.
And if I take the shot in itself, can the shot alone maybe kill me?
Yes.
Yes. So why would I do that?
Yeah.
Like, why would I do that?
Comply, because you need to be a compassionate human, and this is your shot to end COVID.
I didn't realize that you were such a selfish piece of what. You're going to need to get off our show.
You must be a
You're a
white
killer.
supremacist.
You're a murderer.
Yeah, so those are like the really, really simple things, and I think that if you're a rational thinking human being, you would think the same thing. And so the people that don't feel that way, like I either think that either I'm completely the biggest idiot in the whole entire universe, or they are, and like so I'm guessing that I'm decently rationalized in what I think, and I think the three of us agree on a lot of the same things, and I think they're just trying to take away anything that they can take away from us to push their agenda. And it's scary.
I got a scripture that I've been like, it's the perfect scripture. I've been sitting here flipping through my Bible, and I finally went to the iPhone. It normally applies to marriage, right? You hear this at every wedding ceremony. Mark 10:9. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no man separate. That scripture has resonated with me through this whole pandemic because God has brought humans together, people, families, lives, businesses. Like, we are meant to be connected.
Yes.
And I feel like that scripture actually applies to what the government's trying to do to us by pulling us apart, separating us, saying, don't hug, stand 6 feet apart, no family gatherings, no ministry, no church. Like, excuse me, no. What God has joined together, let no man separate. And that is the scripture I have used when defying this mandate from the very beginning. So last year, I never stayed home, stayed safe. I lived my life completely normal. And I used that scripture to reference because I just felt in my heart, we are meant to be connected. God has meant that.
Absolutely.
And you don't have the authority to tell us to stay 6 feet apart. I'm going to kiss whoever I want.
It's so good because when you just said that.
You got really kissable lips, too.
Back to my lips. Welcome to the She's So Lips show. We should just read.
I'm just saying, like, you throw around the kiss thing. With
There
those
isn't,
lips.
the microphone is gone. Lindsay ate it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And I'm wearing hot pink lipstick today, so it's like super extra. Last night at Halloween, I put this pink glitter on it, and all you could see walking down the street was my lips. It was like so perfect.
It's just like every other day. We love
Everyone's
it.
going to log onto our website just to see my lips now.
I know.
They're like,
no, I
what?
mean, you know what? They look really good. And, I love that she's giving me free reign to tell her when to stop. I'm like, okay, you're good for a while. It's like, look, she's beautiful. But one of the things you just said struck me because how do you win a war? Divide and conquer. How divide and conquer. And I think about, we do as Americans have actual enemies in other nations. Like, we actually have real enemies. And instead, we're so worried about the guy sitting next to us without a mask or with a mask. Do you see what they're doing? I mean, this happened in the Bible. Like, it's divide and conquer us.
Yep.
Because we're divided. And then how much more easier is it to attack us as a nation? I mean, I just have to. I probably sound like a conspiracy theorist, but more and more I think, what is the MO?
Yeah,
what
what's the end
is
game?
the end game, guys?
Yep.
What's the reason to demand we put something in our bodies? Now they're demanding little kids are doing it between 5 and 11 years old. And I just saw something. I'll have to find out where because I can't think that it's early in the morning and usually I'm still at home drinking coffee.
It's 12
but
noon,
I know.
Brandy.
I'm actually I'm mini grandma. I love that our normal schedule's
We
noon.
pre-record.
But anyway, I saw this thing that they're coming out with this FDA approved medication now for children with blood clots.
Yes.
Okay.
I did see that too.
Why? Okay, let's sell them
Children
the
have
sickness. Let's
never
sell
needed
them
this.
the sickness,
Yep.
and then let's sell them the recovery.
The cure.
And here, we've got flight attendants who are being demanded to take something that causes blood clots. They're already in the air half their life. And then they have to take this medication. You guys, we've got to open our eyes. Like, this is crazy.
What do you think the end game is, Josh?
Well, I mean, I was sitting back sometimes looking at it. I think that they put all these mandates on, and what they're not showing you is that there's way more people who are against it that are for it. But the people that and I don't know whether this will sound horrible or not, but I think that I think they know that a lot of these people aren't going to take it, so they are going to lose their job. And I believe it's opening up jobs for Democrats. And so now it's going to be like a Democratic work field. It's going to be Democrats working everywhere.
Running the shows.
And they want control, right? That's what they want is control, whether it's in Congress or whether it's in the White House or whether it's out here in the real world. Now they're like, okay, well, if all these Republicans and people who are hardworking Americans, they're not going to comply. We don't expect them to comply. They're going to lose their jobs. That job field opens up for the people who did listen to us, which is the left.
Yep. And
so they're going to have all our jobs. They're going to be working everywhere, and we're going to be out in the street, looking for a place to eat and a place to make a few bucks to feed our family. So I think that they're going to have us right where they want us. Is kind of like what I think they're doing. So
Well, obviously, we've gone into kind of more of the mandate thing. So I want to ask him how right now it's affecting the launch of this massive career. I want to.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean,
It's been asked.
so you know, we won iHeart Radio Song of the Year, and we won by a landslide. I mean, it was a nationwide competition. First of all, there were 70,000 entries in the very beginning, so 70,000 songs were entered into this.
You keep saying we, but I want our readers to know, because you told me this for the first time the other night. When you say we, who's we? Because you had a lot of people make a lot of sacrifices just to get you to record this song.
Well, yeah, so when I say we, I say myself and Ray Herndon, who's a co-writer on the song. Ray Herndon, Bride and the Ride. You wrote top 10 songs. You wrote Me and You, Kenny Chesney, #1 for, weeks and weeks and weeks on the charts. And so, yeah, when I say we, I have a team. And my team is, Ray Herndon is my family. When I say we, I say my wife, my kids. We's a lot of people. We's all my family and my friends who believed in me. I think when I say we now, I include you, and I include you and Matt, and I include Carrie Lake. And when I say we, I feel like, as a team, especially now more than ever, we's important, because you've got to be able to have a support group with you who you feel like has got your back no matter what. Like through bad decisions, through good ones. Like we're gonna be we. So when I say we, I think of all of us, because I know I got a lot of people who are rooting for me. You guys included, I think, and just like I'm rooting for you guys and your show and all the things that you're doing, and I think it's great. So yeah, when I say we, I think we're in it together. So yeah, I say we as far as we won this thing, and also when I say we, because after the 70,000 songs, what happened is iHeartRadio and Jack Daniels, they picked the top 49 songs of the year to go in this thing, right? So it's ended up being 49 different states. I represented Arizona.
Okay.
And that went into votes. So it went into about a month worth of voting. So a month worth of voting, it went into votes. And so voting went on, and so when I say we, it's all the people who voted for me. You voted for me. Yep. Carrie Lake voted for me. A lot of people voted for me, and we won by over 20,000 votes. So not only are you taking something away from me now, you're taking it away from the people who rallied behind and voted me in for Song of the Year, right? So we won this thing fair and square, and with it came all these great things, right? It came performing on the iHeart Music Awards in Las Vegas, on national TV, singing that bottle in front of 2 million viewers, right?
Awesome.
Wow.
Just a absolutely awesome opportunity, right? People would dream about that, like, and
Sure.
it's a dream that's like the dream, like,
Yeah,
and
come true.
for me to do it, I was so excited about doing that, which that opportunity's gone past me, right? But I earned that opportunity, and I won it.
And you worked hard for it.
And I worked hard for it.
And you sacrificed a lot.
And
Everything.
You put
sacrificed
You put everything into
everything.
producing the song.
Yeah,
Your life savings, right?
Yeah, your life savings into
Yeah,
it.
life
this is a big
savings.
risk.
Yeah, I quit my job, and we had $25,000 in the bank, and I took out every penny.
Oh my gosh.
Every penny when I decided to get back into music. I didn't realize that doing that, I felt really, really confident from the people around me and Ray Herndon and the team that, yeah, your music's good, you're competitive, you're marketable. I think if you take a shot at your career, I think you got a shot. But in the music business, you just never know. It's a risk. There's a risk in it. There's nothing guaranteed. So when we went into it and sacrificed everything, I quit my job. I took every penny I had to record an album, and we did that. And now we're making a career out of it, and we're doing really, really well. But we could be doing so much better if I wasn't put in a situation that I've been put in on whether or not to basically get vaccinated to do some of the stuff that.
So what's one of the biggest opportunities you've missed due to the mandatory vaccination?
So basically, you won't get vaccinated. You're going to stand firm in your rights.
Let's go to the national anthem at the Arizona Cardinals game.
Okay. Whoa.
That's no joke.
Let's do that. So I was.
Let's pick that. Of all the big opportunities missed, that's the one I'm going to choose.
Heck yeah.
Let's go with that one, because the iHeartRadio thing it's something I definitely want to share and I want to touch base on. But we'll get into that, right? We'll get into that.
Yeah,
so
we're going to have you back next week to talk about
we'll get into that.
stuff.
But I grew up we're a sports family. I coach my daughter's high school basketball team. Today's our first day of practice. We coach. She's a senior. She's going to go to college, and I get the absolute awesome opportunity to coach high school basketball team for a bunch of girls. And my daughter's a star of the team, and I get to. Today's our first day of practice. It's one of my big passions. Sports is one of my huge passions with music and family, and so we grew up, huge Cardinal fans. My dad is from Arkansas, St. Louis, Missouri. It's right in that area. So I was a St. Louis Cardinal fan before the Cardinals moved to Arizona
That's
in '88.
a long time.
So I've been rooting for them since long as I can remember. And so I had an opportunity to sing the national anthem at the Arizona Cardinals game on Christmas Day.
Wow.
Right? Against the Indianapolis Colts. So you can imagine like how excited I was about that. Like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get to stand on the field, sing the world's greatest song, our anthem, and look back and see Arizona Cardinal football players behind me on the field.
Oh my gosh.
With the world watching on Christmas Day, right? On Christmas Day where you're also celebrating Christ. There's so many cool things that I thought about. How great will this be? What a moment this will be. And also what a great moment for my career to have everybody know who Josh Scott is on that kind of a platform.
Yeah.
And found out that you had to be vaccinated to do it, and I never thought twice about it. I just said no. Never thought twice about it.
Good for
now,
you.
when I got home, I had my family that, my daughter's 17, my son's 21. My wife is totally supportive of it. She also, though, a few times was like, oh, wow, and my kids were like, maybe I'll just get the shot, Dad, and, because they seen like how, I don't think the kids understood the how big it could be, just a career move, but they were just thinking, man, we love the Cardinals.
Right.
We all love the Cardinals.
That was I think that was your true test. Like, you just encompassed everything you stand for: Christmas, sports, and your passion. And it was like, this is like the number one opportunity for you right off the bat. And it was like God saying, what are you going to do if you could have, like, you are giving up a very big deal to have your own medical decision. And that should not be taken lightly. And Brandy and I continue to remind our listeners that we are all going to have to sacrifice something in this fight. Okay? Josh Scott is sacrificing his entire career, and a lot of other people are too. But guys, a career that just started taking off. He won iHeart Music's Song of the Year. He should have every country music door open for him. And they are. And it says, it's open as long as you put a chemical into your body that's untested.
Yeah, as long as you do what we want.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. So
I got goosebumps.
Yeah. So So there's that, and since we said no to it, and I will tell you, and after that, and after saying no to that, after missing out on the opportunity to play at the iHeart Music Awards, which I earned, and I should have just had it, and I should have just been able to do it, but I didn't, and so some of the things that I've missed out on, like I said, the three of us the other night were having a drink after my show on Tuesday night, and we were talking, and I'd called Brandy on the way home, and we sat down and talked, and sometimes you sit down and you talk to some people, and a lot of questions open up in your mind and in your heart, and coming away from that, I was kind of scared, that night when I called you on the way home, and I have a long drive home. And we talked the whole way home, right? We talked the whole way home. And I was really scared. Like, I was really scared when I called you. And that's the cool thing about Brandy, if you don't know her. Like, she can give you all the stuff that you need to hear. And even if, it's not the stuff that's you want to hear, right?
Well,
truth. We all need reminders and truth when we're scared, when we're nervous, when we're afraid we're missing it, when we're afraid we're making the wrong decision. I have that in Lindsay, which I really appreciate. We've got to have people that will lay some truth on us when we need to be reminded, because what you did as not just a musician, but I want to talk about as a dad and a husband. You're leading, and leading, you don't always do what's easy, you do what's right. And you're leading, and right now you're on the radio. You're leading, and there's going to be opportunities that come from this show for you that are directly from God that no one can take away.
I'll tell you what, that night after I talked to you and you said God will show me the way, just wait. I have something really, really cool to tell you.
Ooh, we'll have to wait for the next show.
Okay, you guys.
Really, really
so
cool.
look up Josh's song, That Bottle.
Josh
on-
got music. Google me.
Yep, we're going
Hey.
to have him back next week, and he's going to tell us more about being a leader.
God bless you all.
God bless America, you
She's
guys.
so right.
Go to She'sSoRightShow.com to learn more about our show. Follow us on Instagram, please. We don't have enough followers.
So right.
She's So Right Show.